Konnichiwa Mina, this is T Sakura. You're watching Watami Files. Got another great comic review. This comes from Dorkstorm. This is Nodwick number 29. And yes, as you can see from the front cover, it looks like an NES game. Because basically what happens in this unique fantasy. And that's what made me drawn to this. When I saw the cover alone, it's like, okay, I'm looking for stuff that are different, not mainstream, and I like to read something that does have video game humor in there because it's another part of who I am. So I like, I grabbed this one. I was like, okay, cool. Haven't been able to find any other sense, but that's the fun of going to your local thrift store, bookstore, would have comics for a nice price for those of us who can't afford the full price. And you're sitting there, ooh, this one looks good. Okay, now that looks interesting. I can't wait to read it. And that's basically what this one was. So, how does this one go down? Okay, in the world that Nodwick lives in, it's all about, it's a video game world, I guess. And in this one, it starts off with Count Repulsive coming in and attacking the Legion of Princesses in the, what are they called again? In the, I guess the Bit Tower. Let's see. I'm not able to find out what the tower is called real quick, but basically these princesses guard they are the guardians of the 128 bits, which give the reality its structure in 3D that it is at the moment. And Count Repulsive wants to go and destroy the world, or at least make it into the world that he would like to, because it's going to take too long for him and too much paperwork, yeah, he actually does say that, to make it in an enjoyable world in his image and all that. So after he finds out that the princess calls Nodwick's group, only because they're the closest, not the preferred, because apparently they turned a whole family into were-ferrets by accident. Yeah, they're on the do not call list. After the Count finally decides, okay, I'm gonna make this harder for you because I know that you have defeated me at once. He breaks the crystal, the bit crystal, and only keeps 8 bits of the crystal together. That way, reality is still there. But now it's harder for the heroes to go and save the day. The best way is literally, it turns in from a 3D World of Warcraft world into Super Mario Brothers. The first one. And Nodwick being the actual hero of this unique adventure, to where even his friend comes, hello, I'm Artix, and the wizard, and I am your guide as you begin your quest to fight the evil plans of Count Repulsive. Say A to continue. Buddy, pal! What the heck's going on? That is an invalid response. Say A to continue. A. Your quest is to go and save the princesses, to bring reality back to its reality. And if you want to continue on with this quest, say A. I mean, that's literally how far back it goes. And it just gets silly from there to where, he finally gets to the castle. And it looks like a Bowser castle. Now he has to go and go against all of this, the balls on chains, the poodoo-boos, And then he finds a key, and of course, right above him, Nodwick found a key. Holy molehills! Jeez, you scare easily. Are you going to announce everything I do? Eventually to where when he fights with the narrator, the narrator actually falls on top of him, making him lose a life. And then eventually, he actually finds a power-up which switches over to his friend, the knights, and now goes to fights. It just goes from there. I mean, the humor is just spectacular. Jaeger found hidden power-up, and after he gets the beer mug, he gets drunken stupor mode. And then he uses, the super source attack, and he was able to kill the ending boss of that castle with pirate breath vitality by belching onto him, saving the princess. And after hitting on the princess kicks him and he loses his powers. After being able to get, his friend free, his friend starts using the cheat codes to be able to speed everything up. And eventually, when they get to the Count is having the same problem. He's all like, "Bow before me, I am the master of this land, and I have come to rule." That is an invalid response. Hit A to continue, B to go back. I should have kept more bits to make people smarter. And as the heroes come in to attack him, he then turns them into 4-bit heroes. And it just goes from there. I mean, 100% video game humor. You can see where a lot of the art comes from, where it's actually located from, and that's what makes this one a spectacular comic for all video game players that are looking for stuff that is just bizarre. And that's what makes this one fantastic. I mean, going from 3D to 8-bit to 4-bit, all the way back up to 3D again, just because of an evil count who got tired of annoying his neighbors, decides to try to take over the world. It's comics like these that make me happy to be able to find new comics, is because of the, they literally go the other direction, and that's what's good. It's good to see something different every once in a while. So for all of you, Final Fantasy, Warcraft, and Nintendo fans, this is definitely one to pick up and try out. When you read it, you'll see exactly. I really haven't even given it justice about how good this comic is. So this has been, Nodwick, still had a hard time. Number 29 by Dork Storms. Hope you guys have enjoyed this. This is T. Scratch and Chat with Sayonara.